Welcome, everybody, to the very first Create Live event with Jesse James Bead's brand ambassadors. I've got an amazing creator team here with Brittany Chavers, Deb Floros, and Trisha Gizen. Welcome, ladies. It's so wonderful to be spending some time here with you this evening.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Excited to be here. Thanks for having
me.
So we have got an A team of creators, of technology masters. If I can tip my hat off to Trish from back here in the quote unquote green room. But what we really have here is an amazing roundup of designers who are all recipients of the Jesse James Bead's Magical Mystery Bead Box. So we have gathered here tonight to do a very, very special creator event where everyone here is going to open up their Magical Mystery Bead Box, take a peek at what's inside, and start creating with the very inspiring components that are in the Scarborough Fair Magical Mystery Bead Box. I am really, really excited about this box. This is one that we planned out for a really long time, and I can't wait to see all of your takes on this one. So thanks for coming here tonight to share this moment with us and all of our friends out there in cyberland.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna
Excited
have some
to
fun.
be here.
So let's just start off with a little bit of introduction so that everyone that's tuning in can know a little bit about you and your work with Jesse James Beads and also your personal design work. Brittany Chavers, do you want to start us off?
Sure. So I've been almost designing for almost 2 years with you, right? Like we started at the beginning of 21, and been having fun ever since. And every month I do an unboxing on my channel, Turquoise Street with Jesse James Beads and the Magical Mystery Bead Box. So I'm really excited to get into this one. It's really pretty. And I've been making jewelry almost, I don't want to say it, but almost 30 years. So I know.
She was an infant when she started.
I was going to say, she would have had to be.
I was 8, but we're getting up there.
We really love working with Brittany. Brittany's always has like a really fun design aesthetic. I think that Deb and Trish can agree with that one.
Definitely.
Like the way that Brittany makes jewelry pieces come together, it's fun to watch you on your channel. And it's just like you give all of us some really cool inspiration and aha moments when we watch you create.
Hey, thanks. That's very sweet. I appreciate that. Thanks, Sarah.
Yeah, for sure. And then also just up the street or, a few not too far in distance is Deb Floros. Deb Floros, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
I think we've been kind of off and on working together for 2 or 3 years now. And I've been an ambassador since probably the beginning of this year and having a blast with that. Doing all kinds of little videos and pictures, and it's been really fun. This is my favorite Magical Mystery Bead Box thus far. This is a Rockstar bead box. I also make jewelry under the brand Deb Loves Jewelry Designs. It's LUVS. So if anybody wants to check me out on all the socials, I do lots of different things there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Deb has got kicking for us tonight. I feel like all of these designers probably have a little bit of a plan in their head of what they're going to be making. But Deb, you are really good at putting parts and pieces together. And I'm just like so excited to see what you create live tonight because I know what you're capable of. The design that Deb put together for us for the Jesse James Beads Winter Workshop, of which Deb is a teacher at this year, I'm so excited to have you, is like, it's a knockout. I'm so excited for that one, but we have
right over there.
Really? Okay, we're gonna have to look at it before this is all set. I want to see like live in action on the camera. And last but certainly not least is Trisha Gizen. Trish, you and I have been friends. We've been pals for a while. I remember when you came up to me at Bead Fest like years ago saying, hey, if you ever need design help, I'm your gal. And here we are. So it is fantastic to have you here tonight.
One of the OGs.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here. Like you said, I've been working with Jesse James Beads since the beginning of the ambassador program, basically. And now I do TikToks for Jesse James beads that are posted on my Pink Poodle Jewelry Studio page on TikTok. I also have a YouTube channel, Pink Poodle Jewelry Studio. That's everywhere. You can just find me on all my socials under that. But I really enjoy working with Jesse James beads, and I'm excited to get started here.
One thing that I really love about JJB is the community that we have. And I
Yeah.
love this like amazing powerhouse of creators that we have sitting with us right here, and ambassadors, and also just affiliates that are throughout our social communities that are posting pictures with projects that they make with Jesse James, and just really sharing that inspiration. Because it's one thing to have really great beads and supplies to create your stuff with, and that's something that we are so honored to be able to do, but to be able to like turn that into the hands of you guys and all of you out there to see what you create, that there is where the magic happens. So
Definitely.
this right here, like first time doing this, and I am thrilled to be able to have you all here.
Awesome.
Yay.
Yay. I get a little wordy when I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. You're a natural.
That's for sure.
My first time doing this, and like we've got like 5 cameras going on right now.
You got this.
Yeah, you got this.
Sarah.
Well, without further ado, for all of you that are just tuning in right now, what we are doing tonight is our very first Create Live event, where we have got 3 designers along with myself, all working with the Jesse James Beads Magical Mystery Bead Box. This one's theme is Scarborough Fair. And what I want to do first and foremost, while the designers get their design station set, is do a very quick unboxing to show you all the theme and just give a little intel for what we're going to be working with, what all these designers are going to be working with on their mat, creating live with their bead box and their own personal supplies tonight. So, designers, creators, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, great. I am going to orient my camera and do a little magic work here. And here we go with our unboxing. Bring a little light on over here. Let's get to it. So as I am unboxing, our creators, Deb, Brittany, and Trish, are unboxing themselves, getting all their supplies ready on their mat to do their creating. And this is our Magical Mystery Bead Box. Open this guy up. And our theme card here is the Road to Scarborough Fair. If the Simon and Garfunkel song doesn't like cue off in your head right when you see this card, I just don't know. You should go look it up on Spotify. But this reminds me so much of, yes, the classic tune from Simon and Garfunkel, but also really gives a nod to the House of Dragon, a little bit of pop culture that we are seeing right now on HBO. I don't know if there's any Game of Thrones fans out there, but we here at Jesse James Beads love pop culture. We love a good theme, and this was our little nod to a time long ago. So, all right, inside this Magical Mystery Bead Box, we've got a bead strand in Remember Me, mini mix in Folk Tales and Fables, bead strand in Alchemist Garden, chain and finding set in Chainmail, clasp assortment, charm pair in Wishes, leather pendants in Songbook, bead mix in Scarborough Fair, chain reaction, a Renaissance filigree brass pendant. Deb, I'm sure you like that one. A little nod to what's coming up in JJB Winter Workshop with Deb's class. And also the King and Queen of the Fair Pearl assortment. This is a very stacked mystery box. And this is actually my first time going through this. I was on a family reunion out in Mexico City for about 10 days. So this is my first time getting to paw through this box. A true unboxing, if you will. And I just want to say hi real quick to everyone that's been tuning in. I see a lot of friends saying hello. If you are there, please make sure you say hi to us and our designers that are here tonight. Okay, so first and foremost, we've got this strand in Remember Me. Some cinnabar brown pieces, really pretty little carved carnelian, glass, got some jasper there, and really funky little bead caps. Sharon says she loved this box. Yeah, if you did love this box, or if you didn't get a chance to purchase it, we do have it a few for sale for retail price at jessiejamesbeads.com. Okay, here's our bead mix in Scarborough Fair. Lots of cool items in there. And I'm gonna just feed on through this so that we can get to the creating rather than me breaking open each of these boxes. Bags, that is. Okay, next we have this brass filigree pendant. Gosh, this is pretty. Woo! Oh, that is lovely. Beautiful, beautiful. Super cool. Oh, Allison says she loves the colors. Me too. Next, we have a joined clasp assortment. Okay. Ooh, these are cool. These are going to have to come out of the package. This is called the Wishes Charm Pair, and I'm sure there's someone working with one of these. If not, maybe I will have to do some creating with this one. But we've got these beautiful little charms that have almost like a dandelion whisper in them. Those are so cool. I love it. Okay, next is the Folk Tales and Fables mini mix. Such pretty colors. And we have the Songbook leather pendants. Looks like there's a pair in there. It's beautiful. And I have seen all of this before, but we designed this set of beads. We designed our mystery boxes so far out that it has been a minute since I've seen all these beads in person. Okay, next we've got the Alchemist Garden. What a fun name. And finally, we've got the King and Queen Pearl assortment. And the chainmail set with end findings. And finally, 2 pieces of Jessie James chain reaction. Okay, so that is a super stacked box of components and fun things to play with. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what our creator team here is doing. So let's take a pop down to our designers' cameras and take a look at what is getting making with the Scarborough Fair box. So I'll just... Okay, great. Oh my gosh, I see lovely, lovely things right now. Where do we begin? I think Deb Floros looks like she's getting some stuff laid out. I'm going to go pop over to her camera first. Yes, this is the box just before Autumn Flight. We're doing our first Create Live session with the Scarborough Fair bead box. Okay, so Deb, walk me through. What is it that you're working with? What was inspiring you to get started with this sort of layout?
Well, the strand, the Remember Me strand, is probably one of my most favorite strands ever. And I'm sure everybody wants to work with these cool hearts and these little oval shaped carved pieces. They're amazing. So that's really singing to me as like a pendant. And then from the Scarborough Fair bead mix, there are these incredible faceted beads metallic in like a bronzy color. Absolutely awesome. And then what I want to do is bring in some of the lighter color into it, try and bring some of the metal pieces, some of the bead caps in. Haven't quite figured all of that out yet, but the little pearls are also singing to me, so I'm trying to pull those in. But I think I've got a necklace with this as my focal. And sorry if everybody else is doing that too, but it's just, these are just so cool.
No, it's absolutely beautiful. I am, cinnabar is like such a cool material. It's like it's almost like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like it has a really lovely weight to it. And I know, Deb, that you love hearts and Deb loves jewelry design. Is not a mistake when it comes to naming your own brand name, because I always see you use those hearts. So I'm happy that that's something that sings to you.
It's all about the love, Sarah.
You know it. All heart, always.
Yes.
Well, I'll let you get to your stringing here, and I'm going to pop on over here to Brittany Chavers to see what Brittany is up to.
So I'm starting off with the filigree because I think it's so pretty. But I actually got some inspiration from my favorite color that was in this box, of course, and I really loved how it looked with the I don't know if this is brushiated jasper. I don't know what that is, but it's really pretty. And then some cream. But I decided to bring in a couple colors of wax paint and kind of just hit it very easily over the top to bring out the detail in that really pretty filigree. So it looked like this before, and then I hit it with some green and some gold wax paint, and then I have some glue, and I'm going to glue this big guy to the middle, and I'm going to set it aside and let it dry as long as possible before I start using it.
So when you apply,
I'm really excited.
You said that you applied some paint to your piece. Like, do you just use like a dry brush with that? Do you have to wet it?
I just used my finger, as you can see. Yeah, I just kind of went like this in the wax paint, picks it up, and I lightly brushed it atop there. And then just to break up a little bit of the green or the blue or whatever color, I used some gold right over top. Eventually I will have to seal this, but I think it gives some character to that piece. And then I'm just going to squish this really pretty jewel right into the middle of my piece, like that. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Love it.
So we'll design around that while that's drying on its front.
I love the aspect of doing a little bit of mixed media with jewelry making. Like, it doesn't
My
need
favorite.
to be, like it doesn't need to be all wire and metal and jump rings. Like, you can get your glue out, you can get your paints.
Mm-hmm. It's my absolute favorite. There was a little bump right in the middle of this, so even like tapping it with a little hammer would be good to make that go down a little bit, but it should be okay with the glue. There we go. Like that.
Oh.
And I'm going to, I have to say, whoever designed this strand, this is my favorite strand, and I just want a bracelet. And I'm going to hit this bead with some of the wax paint. Actually, I can show you what I did if you want.
I'm so glad that you love this bracelet. Like, for me, brown isn't a color that I'm typically drawn to. Like, I like the rustiness of it. Whoa, I like that what you're doing right there. That's really cool.
Yeah, it just kind of brings out all the little nooks and crannies, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's really, really cool looking. So Jesse James Beads, how we do the Magical Mystery Bead Box, which is our monthly subscription program, is we come up with a theme. We talk about that over our weekly production meetings, what it is that's coming up for, in the next 3 months, what it is that we're doing with Magical Mystery Bead Box. And this theme, Scarborough Fair, was one that Stacy, our lead designer, was very adamant about. She's like, we need to do this. It's going to be very timely around the fall season. And she just like had this vision for it. We actually talked about doing it last year and it never came out. So I'm so happy to hear that Deb loved this box so much and that Brittany, this is one of your favorite strands, because that's just we're aiming to delight, you know, and not every box is going to be everyone's favorite, but I'm really happy that this one is something that's tickling your design fancy.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's definitely beautiful. And you don't need this specific type of paint. Any old paint you have will work, and just seal it with whatever sealer you like. Any acrylic sealer will be fine.
Cool. Let's go take a pop over to Trisha's cam and see what she is cooking up over here.
Well, I am kind of in the zone of doing a lariat. I'm kind of building my piece on my Softflex first, and I want it to have the beaded part, and I needed to use these cloisonne beads. They were just calling my name. So those were the first to go on. And I'm going to hook that into some chain and then put my clasp in the front, I think. And I also am going to use this metal piece, but I had a similar idea as Brittany did, but I was going to use some of my vintage patina paint on it.
Love it.
And then build it up with the metal pieces. That was what I was looking at. So, and then that's probably going to be the focal at the bottom of the clasp. But that's the thought. Now we'll see from there.
So Trish, I noticed, and Brittany, I noticed that you both got your blue out to work with the brown cinnabar heart. Talk to us to your, like, what is your design aesthetic, adding like such a contrasting color to this dark brown piece?
Well, I think turquoise goes well with brown. That's just my personal opinion. But I think, and also it brightens it up, I think. Brightens the piece up. It's going to give it a little bit more life and just be, you know, more eye-catching. And they're going to play off each other, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I kind of take my inspiration from things that are around me. I live in the desert, and you see a lot of blue and a lot of brown with the sky and the ground. So a lot of dirt here, a lot of sky. And then it's just nature for me. But then turquoise, obviously my channel is named Turquoise Street. So I'm going to go towards that no matter what. But it's really such a wonderful color because it was already done for us in the mix. There was a lot of brown and a lot of blue. So I'm just bringing out those really fun colors from the mix. Unfortunately, my bead is not really adhering because there's a bump in the middle. So I'll probably end up adding that at the end, but I'm going to still keep on with the rest of the design and then add that later on once I can maybe get a hammer and knock that little thing down a little bit. But I think it looks great next to this heart. I actually kind of want the heart in the necklace now too. So, but this will be really fun going into a bracelet.
Wow, it's so robust.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you, you know, you get this box of really cool stuff to play with. Like, and then I love when you can get a new thing and then it makes the things that you already had, like your older things that you already had. Now, I don't want to say like, yeah, you know, this stuff that's been just around for a little bit while. It just gives it like new life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I love that. I always say, oh, you know what? I didn't know what I was going to do with this when I got it, but then the right product comes into the house and you're like, oh, these have to go together.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden you have this aha moment
Mm-hmm.
for how you can use something that you've had for a little while.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that is just so funky and cool.
Love it.
Someone was just asking here if Jessie James Beads is available in Australia. And yeah, well, we're available worldwide. Jessie James Beads is we are a .com sort of thing here. And we ship Magical Mystery Bead Box all over the world. We've got a couple Australian subscribers, actually. I'll drop a link in here if you feel like checking out the monthly subscription program. We put together these curated boxes. They're always like on theme with the time of year, but they're never like overtly Christmas or like blatantly Halloween. It always like it goes like it coordinates with the season, but it doesn't match it perfectly. You know what I mean? And this is a good one for fall. And then the following box that came out after this one was so lovely for the fall as well. I can't wait to see what our creators.
Don't spoil it. It's mine is stuck in Puerto Rico. I don't know. Deb's and mine got routed to Puerto Rico somehow, and we don't have them yet. So don't spoil it. Don't tell us what's in it. We don't
tell
know.
us. I want to be surprised.
Never. That's like half the fun with Mystery Box. Do you guys like, if you could speak to that for a second, like this, like, because we at Jesse James obviously know what the themes are going to be, but for us to surprise our creators, it's such a treat.
Yeah, and you never know what you're going to get either, ever.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. And I've always said, for me, what my friends would always say to me, oh my gosh, you make jewelry so fast. How are you able to, make jewelry so fast and put things so gorgeous together so quickly? And I always tell them that it's because everything is right here that you need. It makes it so much easier and simpler. And when I get the boxes and I see this, it just is so easy just to create something beautiful out of all the parts and pieces that have already been provided to you. And I love the surprise every month. I cannot wait to see, what's new this month? What are we going to be working with this month? And I can say I've never been disappointed. But this is probably my favorite.
I've been staying away. Well, it's a long story. I won't bore you all with it, but I'm in the middle of some home renovation, and so I'm staying away from my house. But my husband's kind of going back and forth, and he picked up this box from the mailbox for me, and I said, I'm sorry, you're going to have to FaceTime me and show me that box because I need to see what's in it. I can't wait. He's like, are you serious? I have to open up this box? I'm like, yes. What's weird about that?
No, nothing at all.
Amazing.
He should know by now.
Yeah,
seriously. I know, right?
And what did Mr. Floros think of the box?
I think he opened up the box. He went, oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff in here. I said, yes, there is. I didn't make him flip all the packages over or anything, but I did have him kind of pull the pieces and parts out for me. And he did roll his eyes just a little bit, but I think he liked it.
It's a maker thing. He wouldn't understand. Okay, so Vicky has a question. She says, could that bead that Deb is gluing down be wire wrapped? I think, Vicky, you might be referring to Brittany, unless I missed some glue action happening on Deb's screen.
Yeah, I absolutely could wire wrap that down, and I did bring some wires, so good looking out. Was that Vicky, you said?
That was Vicky.
That's such a good idea, and it would actually probably be way more sturdy, so thanks for bringing that up. Teamwork. Let me try that out.
Baby.
That's awesome. I love it when people are like giving me great ideas like that. And that's the community part of it too, because I know people who watch my channel leave really good comments most of the time and say, what if you try this? What if you try that? And every single time I'm like, that's an awesome idea. I'm going to do it. So yeah, we love it when we learn something. I swear, even though I've been doing jewelry for so long, I learn something new all the time.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, I know anytime I'm on live or on my YouTube videos, I get the same kind of comments from folks. And it's just a brilliant community that isn't afraid to share their wealth of knowledge with each other. And I just think it's fantastic because we all can learn and grow from each other.
Yes, absolutely. And here I am wiring it down.
There, go girl.
I agree with that. Like out of like any industry or like you know, I don't know. I feel there could be a cattiness amongst females
Yeah.
time, but not here. Like not here online in this creative community, or especially in the creative community that we have here at Jesse James. Like you guys are awesome, and it's so wonderful to be able to grow and learn and create and just inspire and uplift each other. Like that's the magic. Like this is the
Absolutely.
Magical Mystery Bead Box, but that's the magic.
For sure.
I'm going to spotlight back to Brittany because I want to see how you're doing this. So
I got a kink in my wire, so I got to figure out what to do. But I did bring down. I'm prepared. I brought the what are these called?
Wire straighteners.
Yeah, nylon jaw pliers.
Nylon jaws.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember.
You know, that tool with the funny plastic thing in the middle.
That's
right. That's like in my video.
As long as
that
you
would
know
have
where
been,
to find it.
That would have been edited out. So I've already gone through once, but I'm going through a second time, and that's why I got that kink in the wire, but that's okay. I'm just going to come back down through the back, and then it looks like a hot mess at the moment, but it will get worked out.
What gauge wire are you using?
I think this is 24. It actually, usually I label all my wire. I keep them in Ziploc bags, but the label fell out of this one for some reason. So I think it's 24 because I have 22 and 20 down here, and this is thinner.
While Brittany's working the kinks out, let's go pop over to Trish and see how her project's coming along.
Well, I did get the patina paint done on my metal piece and built it up with a little bit of metal in the middle. So I think that's going to be the drop down underneath the clasp, like I said.
Hold her up one more time because I want to see what you did with that little bird there. Oh my gosh.
So I used one of these underneath.
So cute. So
Adorable.
cute.
And then glued the bird on because, I mean, he had to be the center of attention.
Adorable.
So, so yeah, that's my little, and you know, if you had the time, you could wire wrap crystals around the edge of this or anything to really, really give it a pop.
Yeah, thunder polish
Do you mean-
crystal would look really pretty
It
around.
would, or even some of these beautiful little crystals that are in this mix, the smaller mix.
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. You're right. You've already got all the crystal that you need right here.
Yeah, yeah. But thunder polish would be beautiful as well. It would be gorgeous
A
as
little bit
well.
of thunder polish.
But and I'm just still working on the beaded part. I wanted to make sure, and like I said, use the cloisonne, but there's so many pretty beads in this that I felt like I also wanted to feature the wood, and then I can't. This is carnelian, I believe, right?
Yes.
It sure looks like it. So I thought, well, we can't leave carnelian out of the bunch. So I'm just kind of picking and choosing from everything and making it its own little piece.
Yeah, the colors look great together, and I love that pop of carnelian. It's so, so pretty.
Yeah, I do too. It's gorgeous. Good choice. Good choice.
This was a different color palette that we put together, but it really, I mean, it's so lovely to transition from, you know, the warm weather that we've been having to the drop into fall because it's officially here, you know.
Yeah, it's perfect for that.
I love it.
So let's see.
So Deb, you were the last time we were over to your camera, I was seeing some tassel action happen at the bottom. What's going on down there? I saw you wire wrapping real good.
So I love tassels. I don't know. I don't care if tassels go out of style. I will always use them, even when they're out of style. But I took 3 of them. There's 2 different colors in one of the mixes, and I dropped the lighter colored one in the center of my little loop down there and added the darker ones on either side. So I've got like a little bit of a totem pendant going here. I threw in some of the like peachy orange crystals that have a little bit of a finish on them. And then in this strand with the cloisonne were these little flowers, which I added as some spacers as well. So Interesting color, interesting texture, and tassels.
Think of one of those.
I love it when the beads make you sing.
Love me some tassels.
You know what was cool? Deb just held up that spacer. Do you ever like find a bead or a spacer that it's like, oh yeah, the bead was on the string this way, but then all of a sudden when you hold it another way, it's got a whole different face to it.
Yeah, if you see this on the strand, you don't really know that it's kind of floral,
Yeah.
and it is. It's lovely. I've never seen these little floral spacers, and these are like a antique copper. They're really, really cool. I've never met a spacer I don't like, so.
Whenever we're a design house at Jesse James Beads. We put together the ideas for the mystery box, and then we have our design team put the strands and the mixes together, and then I'll take the final look at it to be like, oh, okay, that strand, that one right there needs like a little bit more metal space, or that bead mix is perfect. Do not change a thing. But oftentimes it comes back to, it needs a little bit more metal, because I just feel like metal is like metal's like the bass drum to jewelry pieces. It breaks up your glass. It allows your focal pieces to really shine. And we're big fans of mixing our metals. What do you guys like? Are you like, if it's gold in the piece, it's gold. If it's silver, it's silver. Or do you like to mix it up a little bit?
I love mixed metals. I do it all the time. I just think it
too.
makes life easier. Not only does it make life easier, but I think it gives it more of a pop if you're not just strictly staying. Now I know there's people that are adamant about no way, has to be all one color, but it's just something that I enjoy. I enjoy the look of it. I enjoy the interest of it, I think,
Truth be told, it's something that I've really had to stretch myself with, because I grew up, everything had to be matchy-matchy. That was just the way that it was. And so mixing metals for me is challenging, but I've grown into it. I'm challenging myself to do it. And what I find too is, even if you want to go with gold, for example, well, not every gold is this gold. So even if you're trying to do all gold or all copper, it's not all going to match exactly, because it's rare that you can find all of your pieces and parts in that exact same gold tone. So it used to torture me, doesn't quite torture me anymore.
I absolutely agree.
Y'all get so quiet. It's so serious.
Now we're thinking pretty hard.
I know,
over here.
right?
All right.
That looks so cool. I love the stringing work. I think that's probably one of the hardest parts, going live on camera and jewelry designing is coming up with a stringing pattern that you like, especially when there's so many beads to play with.
You are absolutely correct.
For sure.
These little beads are so cute.
Which ones are you talking about, Deb?
Let's see Deb's camera.
These little, they're not quite a cube and not quite a round. They've got like the table cuts in them.
Those are cute. The ones I'm obsessing over are like the little crystal quatrefoils. I hadn't ever seen them that tiny, and I just like, they're the cutest thing I've ever seen.
These guys,
so cute.
So cute.
Yes, I love them. They're so adorable.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. So everyone is making necklaces right now. This is awesome. I love a big, bold necklace piece.
Great minds think alike.
Right. Well, I do have a bracelet planned, but the necklace was calling me for sure.
That's great.
I really like the little tangerine too, with a carnelian. So these little tangerine faceted guys look really great with the carnelian flowers. So good.
Oh yeah. And this is a really cool color palette. Like when you look at it and you see all the beads all together, it definitely is very intriguing. But that's not to say it's not challenging.
Right.
But man, you girls are doing such a great job putting all these pieces together and giving such balance. Yeah, can you scoot your design down a little bit? I would love to see like the flow of your stringing work, because I feel like it has like such a pretty balance to it. The way that we're seeing those pearls. Oh yeah. Oh yes. That is beautiful.
Trying to get like all the groovy colors, all the groovy textures, the shapes.
Mm-hmm.
That's really one of the things about this box is there's so many incredible textures, so many pieces and parts that, I mean, you can't possibly use them all with the same design, although I'd like to try. It's just not possible. But I love all the textures, the different, like the frosted glass versus the AB glass. I mean, there's just so much texture and coolness about this one. I love it.
Those pearls, those really cool pearls that came in the let's see, the King and Queen of the Fair pearl assortment.
Yes.
Like such a pretty set. I'm gonna actually share this really quick. So this was the King and the Queen of the Pearl, the King and Queen of the Pearl, King and Queen of the Fair pearl assortment. And the colors are so rich and radiant. Like these are the ones that I think we were just seeing in depth necklace. Look at how those I feel like the color looks like it goes on for forever. It's so satin and matte. And we actually hand dye these pearls to get them to be that color.
I love it. They're
Beautiful.
You did pick my favorite color, so I feel very, very seen. Somebody asked, how did the beaded focal come along? Yeah, I was able to stabilize it. It looks pretty good. So here's with the back. Yeah, Vicky, that was great. So, and then I can just push that down a little bit more. So it's very stable. That's never coming off.
Yeah, because I was wondering about the glue with the paint on top of it. I feel like maybe with the acrylic sealer it would be okay, but like with the wax paint, I wondered how the E6000 was going to work.
Yeah, it might have been a little finicky for sure.
I always say that jewelry designers are the best problem solvers in the world. Like we could be solving the world's problems. It's like
certainly engineering problems, that's for sure.
Well.
I love it.
That's what I always say. It's not just about making jewelry. It's about finding a way to make it. Like you have an idea in your head, but you can't always make that idea happen without a little bit of sort of finagling and pulling together some tools and magic. So we definitely problem solve for sure.
Yeah, what is that one show, Project Runway, Tim Gunn's? Make it work.
Make it work.
Make it work, ladies. Vicky was just saying that she's admiring these crowns. I've just noticed, look how cool this piece is. And if you love this box that we're playing with, you can find this over at jessiejamesbeads.com. Just click new, and that will take you to the Scarborough Fair. It is that at retail cost. The Magical Mystery Bead Box subscribers get to enjoy a much deeper discount. And there's also info on how to become a subscriber on the website as well. But Vicky, these crowns, do you see this? They've got the large hole right there. And then they've got the hole on the side. This would be a really amazing mala topper. Like a mala necklace topper where you string from both sides and then have your tassel dangling down from the center. Super cool. I've just been kind of like pawing through the beads and letting myself get inspired as I'm watching you wonderful creators create.
It's going to be really hard for me not to hoard those crowns. They're so cute.
They are cute.
Cute. And we love hearing feedback. Like you really love a particular part of a mystery box. That feedback is really helpful for us for building jessiejamesbeads.com and having a really robust assortment there. But everything that's in these mystery boxes is exclusive to our subscribers. And then also we of course put a couple extra boxes available online, which is what I was just talking about. But yeah, always helpful to hear what parts you are really attracted to from these boxes. Oh, Vicky was saying that these would be good for end caps for leather, silver silk too. I love it. You guys, this is like an amazing think tank, brainstorm session, creator session.
Same time next week. Just kidding. Sarah's panicking a little bit.
I'm like, do we have something scheduled for next week? Let me check the content calendar.
No.
Like,
we do have something for Friday though, right?
Yes, we do. Oh my gosh. Let me flip on back to Brittany so we can talk about this a minute. So Brittany and I and Jessie James Beads, we have some really, really fun program coming up. That's the annual Softlex and Jessie James Beads Trick or Treat event, where we're going to be doing 2 nights or a night and an afternoon of creating with a wine and beads with a Zoom make-along hang sesh right in the middle. It's Brittany Chavers, Sarah Ayler, Danielle Wicks, and Jem Hawks all creating with this really fun trick or treat Halloween box of goodies, one from Jessie James Beads and supply kit from Softlex. And I was saying earlier that this feels like the official kickoff to the Halloween season for me anyway. Brittany, how are you feeling?
I am too. Well, to fall too, because mine's more fall-ish than Halloween. I actually have it here if you want to see it.
Yeah, I do. I do because I saw it. It came through my email. I'm so excited to see it. I can't wait for Brittany to teach this one.
So here is, and this is actually one of my favorites that I've made in a while. So, and it's my favorite color. So we've got a squirrel and he's hanging, but we're going to learn several techniques throughout this necklace. We're also going to be using fairy silk or sari silk and some wire wrapping.
Yeah, it's fairy silk. We actually hand dyed that ombre to get those colors.
So pretty. It's so pretty. And we're going to be doing some stringing, some wire work, and a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to teach this on Friday.
I'm going to post a quick link here that you can get the kit to make the projects. This one we'll be streaming the projects for our trick or treat jewelry making party, Jessie James Beads and Softlex. We'll be streaming that live on Facebook and on YouTube on the Jessie James and Softlex channels. So you can still get the kit and watch the replays for the projects to make along. But we always say, I think it's best to just watch the projects being made and enjoy the chatter and then make the project afterwards anyway. So posting the link there in case you want to get your kit to make that awesome necklace that Brittany just showed us. And how about this awesome necklace that Brittany is showing us? That is like, I want one.
It's mine. It's mine.
Lucky for me, I have the kit in front of me.
Right. Oh my goodness. And I'm wearing a bracelet that I made from Dress It Up Buttons and Jessie James Beads that'll be going on my channel this month. I'm doing 13 days of Halloween, so that one's coming up soon.
That's fun, Brittany. You always have such fun ideas like that.
Thank you.
And I saw Trish. I'll pop over to Trish's camera real quick here. Trish, I saw you had posted a really great spider ring used with dress. Oh, yeah. That was really cool. It just came on my feed today.
Oh, yeah. It was super fun to make. I enjoy that so much, working with the buttons. You get such a variety, and they're just so darn cute. You just think they can't any cuter, and then you get more. You're like, oh, my gosh. Yeah, I enjoy it.
The buttons are cool. We've been doing the button game for a while. The beads is a little bit more of a newer brand for us, but man, we put a lot of love into these brands, and seeing you guys create with the beads and with the buttons is just so inspiring.
Yeah, it's fun. I totally enjoy it. My job is not a job. That's what I want to say. I just enjoy it so much, and super fun working with all the fun products. And
Yeah, Trish, what is? Yeah, see, you've gotten the chain reaction involved now.
Mhm.
This is my personal favorite chain reaction at Jesse
yeah,
James.
it's gorgeous.
And this is like, this chain is actually limited. Once this chain is gone, it's gonna be like gone for good. So we gotta enjoy it while we have it. But this one with the green is so pretty. What exactly are you doing now? Can you talk us through it?
Okay, so as far as the lariat goes, or Y necklace, whatever you'd like to call it, I have my beaded side here, and then I crimped the chain onto it on this side, and I'm just going to run that down. I may put some dangles down that chain yet. I'm not sure about that, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put my clasp on, because I want to be able to figure out how I want to hang this off the bottom.
Okay.
And then decorate that more or add more things to my chain. So it's all going to be sort of like a, like I said, sort of like a two-sided lariat type necklace. So I do love this chain reaction, and it gives you perfect little areas to add in little jump rings for dangles or more beads or anything like that.
That's a cool idea.
Really love it.
Okay, so now with a lariat. Now, a lariat style necklace, for those of us new to jewelry making.
Okay.
No, but really though. So I had to ask Sarah Ayler the last time that we did the pool party event with Softlex in the spring. And I was like, Sarah, what exactly is a lariat? So a lariat means that we're going to be able to pull that chain through that clasp. Am I correct with that one?
Well, yeah, actually the clasp will be hooked to it, so it's actually going to be open in the front if you'd like it to be. So I'm going to have, this is going to be my junction on this side, the bar clasp. And then this will be my junction on this side. I'm going to connect them together, but I'm also going to use this kind of as a place to put a focal, so I can hook it like so. So I think a traditional lariat goes into itself. I mean, I guess technically that's what we're doing here. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess I was wondering if those beads were the right size to be able to slide through that clasp, because I feel like the clasp is just a little wee bit bigger than the beads on the chain.
Right. So basically on this necklace that I'm making, it may not be your technical lariat, may be more of a Y necklace, but this is going to be one length. You're not going to be able to adjust it like you do most lariats.
Okay.
It's going to be just the one length. So yeah.
I love the use of that chain there. And honestly, Trish, like, hats off to you again for going for an asymmetrical necklace. That's not an easy feat to accomplish. But I always think they have such a striking look when someone wears something that's artistically asymmetrical.
Yeah, it's just a lot of times where my brain goes. I drive to have everything, like everyone does, to have your stuff be so different, you know, because you want yours to stand out and be your style, you know. And I just think that it's just where my brain goes. So many times when I find these beautiful beads and chains, I want to use everything. So this is a good way to incorporate, you know, the pieces into it, all the pieces into it.
I'm also noticing another component that I like here is how you've got on your pendant, the bird is facing left, and on the chain, on the string, your bird is facing to the right. And I just think that's so cute to have them.
I mean, you could flip it if you wanted. You know, you could have it however, but once I put the clasp on, we'll be able to adjust that a little better. But you can give it interest, you know, give it some interest.
Super cool. All right, let's come on down here to Brittany and see where Brittany's at.
So don't yell at me. I cut apart all of my chain reaction and grabbed a bead. I just didn't want to get in trouble. But I really liked how they looked with this color. But you could rebuild it, I guess, if you wanted to wire wrap all of your beads again. So.
Hey, that's another option. That's a good use.
Well, you know what? Those little pieces from the chain, the links in the chain reaction are really cool. Like, you could definitely find another, like, they're tiny little links. Like, show us one of the links that you just cut out.
So I was just kind of cutting everything, but there are just so many pieces to this. You can use the bead. There's a square connector, and then there's this little like um, ball connector too. So there's just so many different things you can do with them. And I might add it to the back of this to make it a little bit longer, but I wanted the front to be like really glitzy. So
I love
that's
it.
what we're doing. Very shiny in the front.
And also, like when you chain reaction comes in many, 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 many colors. So like when you've worked with it for a while, like all of a sudden it's like, you know, something that you've used like almost on the regular, you come up with a whole new use for it. That's very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Very
definitely. What's Deb doing?
So, true confessions. Deb is working in a mobile studio and I cannot find crimp tubes.
Oh no, I wish I
I've
could
been-
give them to you.
I'm scrambling around in here trying to find my crimps, and they must be out in the other room. So I can't crimp my necklace. That's embarrassing. But I do plan to use this clasp that came in the little clasp assortment, which I love this one. I think it's very complimentary to this piece. So yeah, I got some tape on this for now. So if a cat comes in here, it doesn't go flying everywhere.
Right.
But now I think I'm going to make some earrings. I'm thinking about, I love these gemstones. And again, like if you see these in a strand, you don't really know what they are until you really look at them. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the, even the texture on the inside of this. So I think I'm going to use these with these little gemstone guys.
Super pretty. It's a nice, it like fits so lovely.
Yeah, so let's see if I can rig something up with those.
Does anyone here have any Halloween making plans? Brittany just shared some Halloween stuff that involves Jesse James a bit, but anybody else have some plans for creating like some costume jewelry or anything like that?
I do actually. I actually have the buttons ready to go. I'm going to be using the Mickey and Minnie ghosts that have the I believe they have pumpkins with them, and I'm going to be using is it the orange bell pepper mix? And I'm going to be doing a video on making those and how to attach, you know, things to the back of the buttons, things like that. And I did already make a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas jewelry for some clients. So I did use, you know, some buttons doing that and just fun stuff.
That's so fun. Yeah, I'll drop a quick link. We've mentioned about dress it up buttons, and that's definitely that's the sister brand to Jesse James and Company, and we've got all kinds of really cool, like, it's not like buttons in this like, typical fashion of buttons. They're more novelty embellishments. Kind of hard to describe unless you see them. But I've gotten my elevator pitch down pretty good. Anyway, we hand design these buttons embellishments from scratch. And we engineer them for molding, and actually every single different color that's on a button is its own separate part, all hand dyed in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, snapped together, packaged up, and then sent out to the stores and also online too. And it's been really cool seeing you girls create jewelry with the buttons. Like, we always thought of the buttons as like either snip the back off and use it for card making or, you know, sew it on a shirt. But now it's like, whoa, you can attach it and make a ring or make a piece of jewelry out of it. That's like so cool.
And I actually did a video and made, I don't know if you know what the beadable pens are. I'm sure you girls do. Yeah. And I just left the shanks on and used Jesse James beads and the buttons and just built these cute little pens using them. And I really enjoyed that. It was fun.
I'm digging the buttons too. I really hadn't worked with buttons for a really long time, and I have actually been trolling all of the craft stores, like looking for ones that I don't have. So I was looking for some Halloween things in one of the big box craft stores, and I managed to walk out of there with, you know, a few extra doodads, a few extra buttons that I had to have.
Well, Deb, you know you can always holler at us. We'll send you whatever buttons you want.
I found some little kitty cats last week, and I am really thinking about those kitty cats and what I'm going to do with them.
Yay. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes all you need is just to like find like one new thing to just spark your creativity. And then all of a sudden there's stuff in your stash that just like highlights itself. You know, it's like that one little thing that just makes everything start to come alive again.
I did make some Halloween jewelry because I can't help myself, but my current living situation did not allow me to bring everything that I wanted to up to where we're staying.
Sure.
So I'm not making as much as I normally do, but I was able to get a few kind of fun and funky Halloween things done before my, you know, fun sort of had to be curtailed a bit.
How is that for you, Deb? Because I know that creating is such a part of your life. Like I would say that that's probably an everyday part of your life. What is it for you? How does it feel now? Like having to put that a little bit on the back burner while you're in this new transition?
I don't like it, to be perfectly honest. You know, we're up about 2 hours north of where we live, and I was able to drive up here, so I loaded my car as full as I could with the basics. Obviously, I don't know where my crimp tubes are. Maybe I didn't bring those, but but I brought stuff, and then I actually was just down there the last couple of days taking care of dealing with a contractor, and I brought some more stuff with me. Now, when my husband gets in tonight and sees more stuff here, he's gonna be like, look, what are you trying to do? We don't have as much space as we have down in our house, so I don't know, Sarah, it's rough because I can't go rummage through all my goodies. Like I can't, you know, I mean, I'm sure all you guys, if you say, oh, I need X, I need to go find X. Well, I probably have X, but not here.
Yeah, you just go into your own private bead shop that you have in your closet.
Yes.
And there it is.
Yeah. So I'm struggling a little bit, but this is helping. Having having such a fun little collection of things that I can pull from
good.
is helping me.
Let's see those little cute little floral earrings you just made. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. Can you hold it up a little closer to the camera so we can get a little detailed shot?
So spacers, these metal spacers are a little bit difficult with a head pin.
Okay.
So what's really cool is in the Alchemist Garden, or is it Alchemist Garden, there's these teeny tiny beads. Mm-hmm. So I strung one of those at the very bottom as a stopper. Then I added a gold tone daisy spacer, then that very cool floral spacer, another daisy spacer, the gemstone, and another daisy spacer. So it's a really dimensional and textural thing. And I think I'm just going to put these on ear wires.
I love them.
They're super cute.
I think that if you put these in your shop, Deb, you should call them the I never met a spacer I didn't like.
If you could only see my collection of daisy spacers, it's really really bad. And when I go to Tucson in January, I'll be loading up with more of them. You watch. I love it.
I love it.
Those are fun.
Trish, your project looks like it's coming together here.
Yeah, I am. I'm just gonna hook some leaves down the side of the chain, and I think I'll have her licked.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for us. I know that Deb doesn't have crimps on the back of hers, but I can't wait for us to flip all our cameras back around and to see what these things look like full on, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
And Trish, can you hold up really quick? What I am really loving right now about your piece is that cloisonne detail that's just above, yes, right there. That's just above the ending.
Let me see if I can get my camera to focus. It likes to.
There you go. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. Super, super cute.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I just felt like those had to be the focal down there with the pendant for sure. So there we go. Hook some of these on.
Super cute.
Yeah, it's fun. It's made for us tall girls, you know.
Oh, I love a big bold necklace. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Navel
Definitely.
grazer just to kind of pull the whole look down. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think
Go
Definitely.
big or go home.
Yep, that's my theory too.
Let's take a peek over here to Brittany now.
Oh, I'm wire wrapping crystals back onto the chain. Well, pearls. Because I really liked how that looked with the pearls. So I added the chain on, and then I'm going to go back up with the pearls.
See all that talk about Brittany being a rebel, taking her chain apart. Now she couldn't put it back together.
All right.
It happens.
That's cool. I love that. I never thought about taking a chain and taking it apart and putting it. I mean, this is very Frankenstein.
I love it.
We're getting a preview of the Halloween party next week.
There you go.
Well, yeah, and it was funny because I'm going to be doing. I think one already released with the same buttons that Trisha was saying. The ghosty, I think that's already on your blog and your YouTube, but it's not going on mine for a little while. So if you want a sneak peek, it's over there.
Okay, let's drop a link. Oh yes. Oh my gosh. Brittany's actually got I'm just gonna take y'all right to the Jessie James blog and not just point out that just only the button jewelry, because Brittany also has another Halloween jewelry set here that is so cool. I saw it earlier. Well, I guess I saw it last week, but oh my gosh, the way that you attach this ghost charm to that heart frame is so amazing.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was really fun. So yeah, there are 3 that are going to be coming out through Jessie James Beads, and then I have a 4th that will be exclusive to my channel using JJBs and Dress It Up. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, that ghosty was a lot of fun. He, I like my glue. So it was a new technique using glue and some wire with that one.
This is so cool looking. I can't wait to see these all held up. So speaking of the Halloween jewelry making party that's coming up this weekend, we've talked a lot about costumes and custom jewelry and how you can make a piece of jewelry and it really makes your outfit. So around the Halloween, around the holidays, you can create something so spirited, that gets you into the season and kind of gets you into the mood. But also just with having such amazing jewelry in your stash, being able to create such a cool, bold piece, you don't even need to have a lot of fancy outfits. You could just have
Right.
cool, funky jewelry. Look at this piece.
Yeah, my favorite thing is, and Deb can attest to this, I just like wearing black dresses, and I have 6 or 7 black dresses, and I just change the jewelry. So that is one of my favorite things to do.
I love that.
I bought a T-shirt last year, maybe last year or the year before, and it's an orange T-shirt, and in black writing it says "laziest Halloween costume ever." So it's just this orange t-shirt with the writing. So I do like jazz it up with some fun, funky Halloween earrings, and that's really all you need.
Exactly.
So fun. Deb, what are you working on now?
Well, I saw these little flower connectors.
So cute.
So, another thing I, haven't ever met one I didn't like is a connector, metal connector. And
Deb
then
loves jewelry. Totally.
I just love everything. That's where I got the name from. So I just wrapped one of the little flower beads, and I thought, what a fun little tiny, dainty earring this might make. And I just said, go big or go home like 2 minutes ago.
Well, you're going big with the amount of jewelry. You're kicking our butts today.
Yes. For sure.
So cute.
Guys, really cute guys.
I think it's also fun to kind of challenge yourself by like, if you typically make big jewelry, to then throw in a really dainty piece, just keep all the watchers on their toes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I don't want to be too predictable.
No. I gotta say, it's just been such a delight to sit here and watch you all make jewelry with this awesome box of supplies. Magical Mystery Bead Box was really cool to put together. It's really cool to put the bead mixes and the strands together, but to see it turn into jewelry is just like totally next leveling it.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, I do think this box is excellent. Just excellent. So many things to choose from to make. Cute.
Everyone is making their way to the final processes of their jewelry. We've been on here. You guys have been making for about an hour now.
Oh,
my
wow.
goodness. Feels like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It does.
That's how it goes.
In the zone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's you're all it's really cool to me as I'm looking at everybody's. I'm trying to get the camera that we can just see you guys, and not so much me. But anyway, that's for take 2 of Create Live with Jesse James Bead. Anyway, what I wanted to say is you all gravitated towards this strand, towards the Remember Me, which makes me want to start singing Disney's Coco. We just watched that 2 days ago, so that I guess it's fresh. But anyway, y'all gravitated towards this strand. But look at how different all of these pieces came out. I know that Brittany said that she's going to be making a bracelet with this one, but she did pull this one out, saying how inspired she was from it. But man, Deb, your piece and Trish's really have such a different look to them, using the same set of components.
Yeah, it's crazy how it does that with everybody. Everyone sees things so differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what makes a wonderful world right there.
All of our different perspectives.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and I surprised myself. I ended up using components from that bracelet, but in the necklace and not the heart. So I painted the big spacer and put that in the middle of the necklace instead of using it on the heart bracelet. The heart bracelet I'll have to do a video on because it's already half made with the patina on it.
I love it. That's a good one for 13 days of Halloween. I don't know if you're all planned out already, but I feel like that's this bracelet, but that bead has a really kind of spooky, Hallows-y.
Yeah. Maybe it'll make it in before then because that's not starting until October 19th. So.
Okay.
And did anybody use these little articulated leaves? Because I figured everybody would jump all over these.
No, I didn't. I used the other ones, the copper ones. But they are adorable.
I'm making something with those, but I don't know what yet.
Serious. Once we get started, it's hard to stop us.
Right?
I feel like when you start making it, you make one thing, it leads you to another thing, it leads you to another thing.
Yeah.
Once I get started, sometimes it's really hard for me to stop.
Yeah, me too. I understand that completely. I'm up here in my studio so long, some days my husband's like, are you going to come out?
No.
No, I'm just, I always say, I have a little mini fridge up here too. And I always say, if I had my bed or my recliner in here, I'd live in here.
That's awesome.
I can't help it.
So fun. Trish, are you putting together a pair of earrings right here? What is this?
I am because I really wanted to use the crowns, the gold crowns, and because I used a silver one in it, but I thought that would be a gorgeous earring, and then I'm going to make a dangle or two for the bottom of it. Is what I'm working on right now, because I just think I can't live without those.
Yeah, they're really, really cool. It's such a great gold. I think it's like a really fun color.
Yeah, so what I did is I just put a bead on the bottom to stop, the crown from sliding, and then just put the size down. These pearls are perfect for this. And I put the size down in the middle to kind of stabilize it so it stays nice and steady and straight.
Super cute.
Yeah, just simple, but serves a purpose for sure.
So I am dropping a quick link here, guys, I'm dropping a quick in here for Magical Mystery Bead Box subscribing. If you love this box and you want to come and join us for starting in October, we've got month-to-month plans, 3-month plans, 6-month, and 12-month, and they go down. You save a little bit more the longer duration that you subscribe for. So October 7th is our cutoff. And there's all kinds of information on this link here if you want to check it out. We have a lot of fun every month. We've got a group on Facebook, Magical Mystery Bead Group, which actually I didn't even share this video to the group. God dang it. I didn't have it set up in the StreamYard. Anyway, we have a group where we share different projects that we make and inspiration and just like kind of get excited about the boxes that are coming. So there's that sort of added community as well. And I'm telling you, these boxes just do not disappoint. They're made with a lot of love from our design team. The October box is spectacular.
No spoilers.
Don't tell us.
Yeah, but gosh almighty, this has been so cool watching you guys create. I know you're feverishly working to complete these projects.
But Sarah's like, I want to eat dinner sometime.
Bye, Sarah. Well, you can come back later.
We started creating with Axel. Axel Rose is Rodrigo and my partner and my golden retriever puppy. Well, he's a year and 3 months, but we just started dog training. So we got our practice session tonight, and then we got dinner after that.
Ooh, okay. We got to get going then to your pups.
Yeah, he's so good. We're doing training session over Zoom, like just like this, like crazy what has come out of 2020.
Yeah.
But the dog trainer said yesterday that he was a really good boy.
Aww. How cute.
I know that there's many, 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 many dog lovers out there and cat lovers.
Yeah, I remember those days, the training days. Now I have one that's 14 and one that's 6.5.
Wow. So, ladies, what are you thinking? Are we able to flip the camera around soon?
Yes.
Yep, mine is finished.
Yep, my necklace is done and one of my earrings, so we can just look at one.
Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna like pause and look at the screen really quick to just take in all of these amazingly creative bead mats. Like a messy mat is a sign of well, it's a sign of a job well done. It's a sign of productivity. But, like they say, you should never trust a cook with a clean kitchen. I think it's the same.
Absolutely. Yep.
The messier, the better.
Never trust a beater with a clean mat.
Okay, I
You
am
must
gonna.
be very trustworthy because my bead room is a hot mess.
Yeah, me too,
So-
girl.
Oh,
So I didn't get to finish these because I don't have any silver down here. But I will do a video on these and the bracelets that I'm going to create with the heart and the other cinnabar pieces for my channel. And I think somebody asked about these. These are multipliers. They're from Bead Align. Jesse James Beads has them in their shop.
we do. We have them because they're a Brittany favorite. We
Yep.
know.
They're so easy.
Would you like us to go ahead and flip our cameras?
Let's flip the cameras around. Let's have a look.
Okay.
I'll give you guys me while everyone's. I have a whole mat of things like ready to go right here, but I was just so transfixed watching you guys, and that's the thing. Like when Jesse James Beads does our different events, like the one we have on Friday and Saturday with Softflex that everyone can watch. It's public, and then also Winter Workshop, which is private and a privatized closed group. To be able to come to these events and to be able to just like watch, like you have the whole kit of beads, you have your mystery box, you have your trick or treat or your winter workshop kit, to come to the classes and to be able to just like watch the designers do their magic and to chat in the comments or ask questions and then go back and watch it on replay, because the videos are always available on replay, whether you're in the winter workshop group or whether you're watching the trick or treat event, or even just any of the regular videos that we do on Facebook. The power of replay is really, really awesome to like stop, pause, repeat, and go back. And then with the live video, being able to just watch these amazing creators make their magic. It's quite, that's where it's at, if you ask me.
I'm putting mine on this because I don't think you'll be able to see all of it if I don't.
Yeah. I can't really show, but here it is.
Oh gosh.
Actually,
Yay. Deb, your makeshift studio looks great. The lighting is fabulous, and that necklace is good.
I'm sitting at a table that's like 2 feet long and a foot and a half.
We would have never known it. That's amazing. Okay, I'm going to spotlight Deb first. Let's take a look right here.
beautiful.
She's so pretty.
Love it. Very boho. Love it.
It's super.
Without
it's
crimps. Look at
Yeah.
my fancy crimps.
Fantastic.
Tape.
Love it. And then let's take a look at Trish here.
I'm just going to hold her up because she's giving me trouble.
Oh, I love
But that's
that.
the basic concept on her. It's hard to see the whole thing, I know.
Yeah.
But
I love that, Trish.
oops, we need the front. There we go.
It's so good.
And then it would just go over your head. And I usually adjust it with the bead side, kind of like so. No, it's hard to see, but
Here, stand up for us. Oh yeah, looks great with your shirt.
It's awesome.
so get that in there straight. But we get the concept.
And
And then these are the earrings, the little crown earrings, just simple little.
super cute. Oh my gosh, I
Cute.
love the
Love
dangle and the bottom dangle part.
Yeah, these are
Explain
these.
that.
What did you refer to these beads as, Brittany? These were pretty
Quatrefoil.
quatrefoil. Yep, that word. I love them too. I think the clovers looks really pretty.
Super cool. Yeah,
Oh, see, mine was, I don't know if we can see, but here it is.
Love
pretty.
it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got our big
That's-
shiny crystal right in the middle, and then
Love it.
it's good. I love it. It's my favorite color. Thanks, Jesse James Beads, for making
Love
me
it with the black
a
dress.
personalized box.
Love
Yep,
it with
wearing
the
my black dress. I do have several of them. I don't wear the same one every time you see me, I
Her whole
promise.
closet all lined up black dresses.
like a cartoon character, you know. It's like, oh, she got the same-
Like, as a cartoon villain, but beads villain. Hopefully I'm not the villain.
people laugh. Oh gosh. Okay, Deb, let's see those earrings real quick too, and then we'll get on our way. Oh, those are so
I
awesome.
love those.
I
think
love
I have
these.
more of those.
I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
be
go
wearing
make some.
these.
They're
Those are
very
cool.
fall, aren't they?
They're very Deb.
Very fall.
Yeah.
And the little flowers too. Ooh, this way.
There we go.
Little flowers too.
Oh, so cute. Adorable.
Deb, while we have you here, do you have your project for Winter Workshop hanging around? Can we see her?
I do. She
Ooh.
also does not have the crimps.
Well, she will.
let me
I feel like this
exit
is a Deb
stage
thing.
for a second.
Oh man, but you know what? That's great because like even if you don't have your crimp beads, like even if like you can use tape, you can find something to just like
There we go.
make it work.
So this is Emma. If you don't know Emma,
I
she's
do.
my studio assistant, and I was able to bring her up here without her legs, but this was a project.
Beautiful.
That is so cool.
A little
Gorgeous.
bit of stringing, a little bit of wire work, a little bit of wire wrapped filigree. It's fun. It's going to be a fun project.
I love
That's
it.
beautiful, Deb.
So
Gorgeous.
I'll just give a little bit of backstory on this one before we get going. But so the winter workshop this year, our winter program is a month-long event with classes taking place over the course of 3 weeks throughout the month of November. We've got 10 jewelry making classes, 10 amazing instructors. Like we're so blessed that we have so many great instructors that we work with that it's hard to choose invites for who is coming to teach. But we're so excited to have you on board, Deb. And our theme this year is a holiday journey through time, where we're making jewelry projects to tell different holiday traditions and the time periods and the different cultures that they came from. So Deb is the lighting of the first Rockefeller tree in the 1930s. We're doing a very 1930s inspired project with Deb, and Deb, you knocked it out of the park. I'm so excited to welcome you aboard for one of these workshop week or month-long events. And that project that you taught, our students are very lucky to be making that. It's super cool.
Thank you. I'm excited to be part of it, and I can't wait to tell the story that goes with it.
Yay. Awesome. And Brittany, I'm really excited to hang with you this weekend. The trick or treat party with Jesse James and Softflex kicks off on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be a blast also.
Can't wait. Cannot wait. That's going to be so much fun.
Yay. And Trish, we're really happy to have you here tonight to be doing some live creating with us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's so much fun to be able to get together with our friends. Like I say a lot about the silver linings of the pandemic, and being able to get together and create jewelry making, to create jewelry and make together while living in different parts of the country and different parts of the world is really awesome. So thank you,
Yes, it is.
Trish. Thank you, Brittany, and thank you, Deb.
Thank you.
Out.
It was
Thank
super
you for
fun. I
having
really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thanks everybody who watched today too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. This video is available for replay. We'll have this up on the Jesse James blog and also for replay on Facebook and on YouTube. For everyone that came to hang out with us tonight, thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye everybody.
Thanks, guys.
See you next time. Great time. Thank you, ladies.